Our dark, omnipotent Lord and Creator is to give judgment on this fair flower as he channels the gods. She lies before us, her innocent flesh ready to give way to our new queen. How the Rod's land will decide where her soul is to go. The patterns of our mighty Lord's prophecy bars are now clear. Her soul is to be vanquished and given to the gods. Evelyn has been chosen by the gods to live eternally, passing from young shell to young shell. Narina's body will be the first shell Evelyn's soul is to inhabit. The hands of our dark, omnipotent Creator now glow before you with the light of the ages to come. Evelyn, ascend the stone altar and join me with our Dark Lord. Evelyn, our great Dark Lord has done as you asked. You are saved from crippling death, and now one with a body of youth and beauty, as promised. Now tell him, as the seer you were and still are, what is coming to our island.
You are a god. Truly. I feel so unstoppable.
Rise.
Release his hands. You are not to touch him. He is your lord.
Symbol. She is worthy.
Yes, my lord. As you wish. Now, tell him what you have foreseen.
Ships. Hundreds of them. Men dressed in red with armor by the thousands, and the death of all the tribes at the hands of this Roman wave.
Sirenicide is not the only threat in Morston. This is bigger than just our city. I need you to see that.
The anathema is upon us. However, you will not know its glory.
You really don't understand, do you? You're going to bring us a war centuries sooner than it's due to arrive.
I am in heaven. I'm truly his now, forever.
No, I am not okay, Veema. My work, everything I've built, and all I've achieved is now in question, thanks to you.
Take your anger out on me all you want. Just leave Droven out of this.
Her soul is to be vanquished and given to the gods.
I was pulled from the claws of death to deliver you to his arms.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yes. Can I help you?
Are you Miss Schofield? Miss Allison Schofield?
I am... Am I to presume you are an American?
Yes, ma'am. I sure am. You're a hard lady to find.
Why are you bothering to call on me? I most certainly do not know you.
I'm looking for Victoria Quinn.
Don't know her, and I don't know you.
What about the Hive of Stantun? Do you know of that?
Just who the hell are you?
I'm Matthew Finnis, of Morston, Texas.
All right, Matthew Finnis, are you looking for death? Because people that bring up the Hive tend to, well, disappear.
Well, it's a good thing I found you then, to get me acquainted with the ancient British customs of these parts. Are you going to invite me inside?
Of course. Make yourself at home. Would you like some tea?
No, ma'am. That will not be necessary. I'm not even sure if you mean it or not.
I assure you this is one stereotype I do not mind feeding into. However, I am a bit old-fashioned, so I guess it's all right. So, Matthew, take a seat and tell me, why do you think I can help you?
The man at that old bookstore in town said that you know the most about the legend of the Stantun Hive. He was very hesitant to speak about it, almost scared. If it's okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions about it and the missing girls of Stantun. I usually record my interviews. Do you mind?
Do you represent the authorities?
No, ma'am. I assure you I do not. I run a small website in Morston that chronicles stories of the supernatural. But one of my leads happened to, well, lead me to a peculiar story that took place in your humble burrow? I think that's what you call it.
You crossed the Atlantic for a website? That's absurd. Speaking of absurd, what is that thing wrapping around your mobile?
Oh, this? It's kind of like a battery life extender, but it does a few other things too. It's a prototype some new friends of mine sent me. I'm just happy I don't have to plug my phone in everywhere I go now.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to help you much, and I really don't like being recorded. So if it's all the same to you, I think you need to leave.
Let's cut to the chase, shall we? I know the land this cottage sits on is part of the same grove where the supposed hive is. I also know that due to your age, you have to be aware of the missing women of Stantun. After just 20 minutes of research online, I learned that women have gone missing here for centuries. Not that many a year or even a decade, but more like every 25 to 30 years. All that aside, I'm here about the hive and the mysterious mutilated men that have been reported over the last 50 years. And I need to record it. So please, level with me, Allison.
And why do you deserve to hear the secrets passed down from my forefathers? What is so special about you?
I'm not special, Allison. I think the monsters in my city may have come from your small town. But I need to find this hive to know for sure. Look, whatever this is, I can assure you it's a wave that is infecting our whole world, and it might have started here. Please, please help me, Allison.
My God, you are a dweller.
A what?
A hive dweller. But how? You said you were from Texas.
Yeah, I am. Are you okay? You seem kinda shaken up.
Who sent you here?
No one! I came here to figure out the origin of the USG. Then in the days leading up to my flight, I learned about Victoria. Damn. Just chill out. I'm not a threat.
Sorry about that. It's your scar. Well, it's very familiar. Traditionally, that marking is a bad omen around this land and a harbinger of intense pain in our lore. Again, I may have overreacted, so go ahead and hit record. I will answer your questions with what I can.
So, can you state your name and location for the recording?
I am Alison Schofield of Coldshire in the UK.
Miss Schofield, there is something odd taking place in this town. I've reviewed reports and passed down accounts of missing women dating back over 300 years in this area. Would you agree with that statement? And if so, why do you think that is?
Matthew, this is not how this story is going to be told.
Okay. Then you tell me about this story the way you want to tell it.
The Stantun Hive is real. Everyone here knows it. They're just too scared to admit it. It shouldn't matter, though. That hive is older than England itself. Have you ever heard of the Druids, or the Druid War?
History is not my strong suit. I was more of a math and science kid.
This area was home to warrior priests that the Romans would call Druids. The indigenous people of the British Isles would evolve with the Druids counselling tribe leaders and eventually our earliest kings. While travelling through my country, I'm sure you saw the large mounds. Well, these are called stone barrows. The stone barrows, along with copper tunnelling techniques from the west of our island, would serve as the genesis for the structure that would become the Hive. Druids were architects just as much as they were healers, prophets, and teachers. The stories passed down say Druids became so entwined with the earth, they called upon weather, raised the dead, transferred souls of the living, and controlled masses of people to do their bidding.
I think I've met a few people with those skills in Morston.
Really? Well, legend says the Romans wiped out every trace of the Druid culture, but I've never believed that, and I'm sure you are seeing the art of their dark designs at work in your city.
Yes, we are. It's monstrous at times.
All of the world, including England, wants to believe the Romans brought civilization to this great island. But that is not the case. Thanks to the archaeology excavations of things like the Grover boat of the Bronze Age, the unearthing of intricate hand tools, and even a complex board game have forced the world to see otherwise. Most historians have wondered if Julius Caesar's account of the Druids was correct, or just propaganda to make sure history would see him as justified in his eradication of our ancient warrior priests. Caesar said the Druid warriors practiced human sacrifice, and led their people with dark magic, so that helped put the campaign in motion to erase them from the earth. However, the Romans thought the hives of the island were just tombs, not a threat, just as harmless as the stone circles that litter our countryside.
But if the Romans destroyed the Druids, how is their dark art still practiced today?
They missed one, and this one was the darkest of all the Druids. You will not find him in any history books. Most of our ancestors just passed his greatness down through word of mouth. However, in recent years, archaeologists also unearthed the Druid of Coldshire, which was found with a set of very complex surgical tools for the age in which the body was carbon dated to. Archaeologists believed it was the doctor that owned them, but upon further examination, it seems the corpse found was brutally killed in a ritual-styled sacrifice, and tools were placed in his grave. A lore in these parts believes since the body was not in a stone borough, that this may be the druid that betrayed the one I spoke of earlier. Obviously, the body found proves that this was a complex political structure, complete with punishment and medical practices.
So, what was the name of the druid that escaped?
He has been called many things. Most stories call him the Dark Omnipotent Creator, due to his gift to transfer life and grant immortality. Before that body was found in 1996, he was actually called the Druid of Coldshire. But that has since been given to the supposed traitor surgeon. Through the thousands of years he has been thought to exist, he has also been known by our lore as Doc. In fact, it is believed the word doctor came from his legendary skills. I mean, the Romans would have surely have heard of him when they settled here, and then once the Vikings landed, well, you get the idea, his fame would have spread all the way back through Europe. So doctors all over the world can... Matthew? Excuse me, Matthew, are you all right? Matthew?
Doc? He's an ancient druid surgeon?
Oh, yes. Yes, he is. He will usher in the last storm.
Storm? Doc, the anathema.
Yes, Matthew. and you will join him.
Wait, the traitor surgeon? He is an ancient druid? You didn't say he was. Who the fuck are you?
I glow with the same fire as you, Matthew.
Where is Victoria Quinn? Tell me!
Oh, how very sweet. You care for a poor young Englishwoman you've never met. Well, Matthew, she is right where she needs to be. In the Hive, awaiting my transference.
What?
Those women from over all these years, well, they are not missing. I know right where all their skeletons are. They were offered to me. Not only am I the guardian of the Stantun Hive, I am its queen by right of Doc himself. So there, Matthew, I have answered all of your questions. Go ahead and cry about it all over the internet. No one will believe you, let alone care. That being said, I think it is time for you to leave. I have a date with Miss Quinn in my private hell.
You killed all those women? Why?
It's my payment from the world. This is what I asked for from Doc with the first dying body almost 2,000 years ago. I am a seer, Matthew, and I see that you better get back to your side of the pond and get back there soon.
And if I decided to kill you right now, in your old weakened state?
This is Hive 1, Matthew. The first of them all. I know you might not grasp the severe importance that Morston, Texas plays in the anathema, but I've already foreseen it. What do you think Doc would do if you killed the queen of his first hive? You have no idea the hell you would unleash upon your city when he felt my light go out. This is where it all began for him. I maintain and watch over the oldest and now only unnumbered herd while our shepherd tends to his other flocks. You kill me, and you will not make it off my island. Now go, before I change my mind.
I'm pretty sure you have no idea what's coming.
Oh, I have heard that before. Tell Johnny Stitches I send my regards. Your master will not win the coming war.
I don't work for Johnny Stitches, and your sight is blinded by your own demise. Gotta get out of here, fuck. Shit.
Hello? Matt?
It's all true. The Stantun Hive is real, and it's right outside Coldshire.
I know, Matt. I got your transmitted coordinates, and I'm processing the audio and the video from your phone as we speak. Now get out of there. Get out of there fast.
I'm headed to the airport right now.
All elements of Sirenicide are copyright 2017 Atrium Dynamics. Please visit Sirenicide.com for more details.